Welcome to yet another beautiful episode of SCOM-CHAT, where we talk the walk and walk the talk. You're with me, your host, Tadala Naos. Today, I have an amazing person. I'm excited and delighted to talk to him. This is Mr. Dickson Nzeruzayekha, and he's also known as Dazzle. In today's episode, we are excited and delighted to talk to the most famous Dazzle that we know. I won't say much, but what I can brief you is that he is a manager, he's a co-manager, he's a CEO, he's an IT technician, he is many things, and he's a teacher. But more especially, he is a Christian. So I won't say much. I'll give it to you, Dazzle, Mr. Dickson Nzeruzayekha. Tell us more about yourself.
Thank you. As you have already said, I'm Dickson Nzeruzayekha. I'm a CEO and founder of Dazzle Technologies, and I'm also a managing director at Dreamwave, and I'm also a teacher currently at the Spanda Foundation. I'm a marketer at Arology. So I work with different institutions.
We can see.
Personally and also the business part. Yeah, but the most important thing is that I'm also a Christian.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think the main introduction should just be that.
I'm a Christian. He's many also, but in the many also, he is a Christian. So tell us, how did you become a Christian? How did you receive Christ?
For me, that was 2014 when I was in secondary school.
Yes.
That was from 2 in Chinji Secondary School. So timachoka kumene ku holiday. After holiday tinapezeka kuti tinakumana ndazathu kuti timacheza nawo nthawi zonse, but nthawi ina yake anatitana kuyamba kutiuza about the good news, about the gospel. And then that's when I made a choice at night to say, no, just have to be born again. So I had my friends, I mean, not in the macheza nawo, this and that. So kuti tinatayana yake. Because they didn't make that decision. I made also a decision on we'll be talking, but then Tibanga go reduce association so that if first or this side the credibility to Banga. Yeah. So mina njima vuta kwambi njori simply because in the business people they first see the business part, they are not interested much in who is this person first. Yeah. So as I remember a certain time Joshua was even saying we are Christians first before we are whatever you call us. But the only funny thing is that you only activate the other side that you are feeling like you are supposed to activate.
Yeah.
So even if when it comes to go somewhere to preach, they'll call you go there, you be like, the person is a business. So
True.
At the end of the day, people just think this guy is not a business, but then we are Christians also.
But I think also business just gives you a platform to preach Christ.
Exactly.
Because now we're calling you to talk about business and Christianity. So now it's just an opening that when people are calling you that, Dazzle, so your friends are business, you're also saying, okay, this Dazzle is a Christian before. So tell us, how did you start to this business thing that we're talking about?
The first thing, I have a quote by this guy. He's a very incredible guy, Boost and the Choir.
Yes.
He said, and I quote, to say, you don't start business with an idea. You start business with God through prayer, right? So my business, the way I started my business, I started it after a prayer. I had a fasting of almost, I think, more than 10 days that time.
Wow.
Yeah, that time when I went to school, Saudi Tenga, Chani. So I was having that kind of a conflict. But I'm seeing my friends that are doing better, this and that. What is it that I can do on my own, right? So that's when this idea came at night. I just wrote the name Dazzle Credit. That time it was Dazzle Credit Media. Because in the long run, as you encounter with God, a lot of things you have been reviewed.
Even getting them clear.
So that's how the name came at night. Ndiri kunyumba before nditenga kunoko kupole. That time when I tenga kunzuni, I was supposed to go for bachelor's degree in sciences. That's mathematics and biology. Yeah. Then after that, mama ainudikira kongo zinaweza kazotana nditenga kongo. So I said, I think it's my time now for me to at least execute that which God has given me.
Yes.
Because then I came here, now I'm planning people should know me, right? So I started kumapanga kukoza makompyuta ulele for 1 week. Yeah, so tunakoza makompyuta for the whole week here at Pole. Then antambira anatiziwa. Anatiziwa, that's when naona kuti this business is ngama ipange ndeka. That's when I started kupanga consultants zanga. Mimi magona now the same rooms kuti guys, let's do this together. Talent pangeni then. Tinama basa na maudindo and mpaka na up to now. That's what you are saying.
The whole business.
Sure.
If this is open the computer, when did it start? Did you also start here or mnaibudi muindikale Kasanweka? Tinavanga bwati.
Yeah. Pa Sanweka, most of the people I'm going to watch my videos are Sanweka.
Yes.
I'm also one of the guys. I mean, I'm going to use maga for marketing.
Oh.
I went to Sanweka and when I was waiting ndibwere kunzuni that time. So mene ni mapita nakaphunzira how to repair computers. And then tamaliza kuja, but then it's not only about just kungopita. Tachoka kuja, that's when tabwera I was like, I think business is nature. Dito ipanga bwino now. Because ndika skill gena. Koma literally kukoza ma computer nambira kuno. Because that time nayo ati computer inemisana kale bona. So just know how to repair. Koma kuno
execute the mission. That's where Dazzle birthed.
Yeah.
Okay, from Dazzle, how now did was Munachura so how did from Dazzle what birthed next?
From Dazzle, what happened was at first I was just a person not nimabanga repair my computers. Right? Later on, as I said, my name is not Dazzle. Dazzle is a business name.
Yes.
Yeah, my full name is Dickson Nzeruzayekha. So because of this businesses, none of Sabura should be able to start encountering other people. I mean, and I saw my ideas. At the end of the day, I'm a graphic designer, a professional graphic designer. I started working with the Polytechnic University, the management. Yeah. Then we started because of I'm doing business. I'm still alone. I'm develop the ability. I should be able to market the business, right? So it was the background. At the end of the day, we started working with Islamic Television as a marketer also. Yeah, later on, the same thing in Adibangisa, we should go for what? We should go for the same marketing, command go Lodge somewhere in short. But then these things, zama kucheka kwambiri specifically. Na join a media team ya UCC.
Doing media team guys.
Yeah, ta join a media team ya UCC. Nambo phunzira zinthu zambiri kumene kuchapo. Like the likes of graphic designing, zambiri zinaziphunzira kumene ngoko. Designing nayamba ndiri kunyumba, but then kunoko that's where I learned graphic designing UCC. And for me, graphic designing, I cannot mention graphic designing to someone without mentioning UCC media team, right? So naphunzira zambiri. My experience at videography, that's that. So after doing that, zinalibangisa kuti so we should learn kuti titopanga manage banje anthu. Because to kwanisa banga manage anthu, that's when now you are calling us kuti CEO because tinaphunzira kuti andi anthu tipanga work more than. Yeah. So zinabanga produce zinthu zambiri after from that. As a public speaker, currently I don't know if you know, but I'm also a public speaker.
Yes.
Yeah. So that public speaking thing, chinabwera also because we used to see media team kuja nali chair nthawi nake. So naphunzira also how to talk to people. Yeah, komanso kuti usapanga offend zimakhala more than this and that. Then this kind of a gift of public speaking inabanga also came out after this thing. Sure.
Now that you mentioned that all these skills, most of them you obtained them or you prepared them very well through serving in a team. How can you talk to somebody who is there but is not thinking of joining a team? I failed. What can you tell them? What is the importance of joining a team?
Joining a team at church is very important, right? We don't have it all, right? We are supposed to make sure that we are also learning from other people.
Yes.
All right. So there is a saying, you cannot become rich. See, we are entrepreneurs, so you cannot become rich with your only 2 hands. They are very small, right? So you need to develop an art of working with people. So one way of doing that is through joining my media team, joining my counseling team, even the praise team itself. I myself, I have been in praise team for a long time. when I was ndiri kunyumba. Only that when I came here, I was like, media team, hey, nendemwe ndikujambula kumene kuti, nendemwe ndopanga chakuti. So here, God gave me another assignment for me to deliver here on campus, right? So you need to join my teams, because when you join, you create my networks. Right? You create my networks. I remember most of my businesses I know I mean ndema kondo basidwa 7 currently. Amaka ndi basanda ndoti ndakuchechi koma kuti QCC they are like but business yakuti go and do it simply because they know us, we have been together in those teams of chase. So it's very important to network. You learn how to communicate to other people. You know how people in the group offend each other and how you can make them not to feel offended again because of that kind of a thing.
We cannot overemphasize the importance of joining a team. It is very important. It is good to be in the audience, but it is much better to serve in the house of the Lord. Okay, so how has being an entrepreneur and being a Christian, where did you find the joy? Has it helped you? Do you have balanced both of them, or do they work hand in hand, or you just have to be one? Because most of the people see good, hey, Christianity, they business, come at the end,
this thing, when you integrate Christianity and entrepreneurship, is very interesting and is so important.
Yeah.
It's very important because, as I say, to say my business is more or less like a calling.
Yes.
Right? It's not something that I just thought of doing and then just go and do it. Right? So me, Christianity and entrepreneurship helped me a lot because I integrate in such a way that business kumafunika integrity, kumafunika honest. Right? So if you're a Christian, it means these things will not be a problem to you. There are people that I've been working with for a long time. Like for example, at Alolodge. I have been working with Alolodge for almost, I started 2022 working with them. But up to now, yesterday I was there. But up to now, I'm one of the executive managers there.
Wow.
Right? Simply because of Christianity. I'm that kind of a person. I mean, I'm an Ibanga trust. At Tanisira, the whole office, while everyone is not there, the whole office go and work. Why? It's because Christianity helped me to say when I'm in business, I need to be honest, integrity there. So it helps a lot. The other thing, Christianity, imakupuisa kwambiri leadership. Right? When you go to Christianity, like for example, as of to me, I have been an usher before Uchechi, I have been a press team Uchechi, I have been chair of media team, I have been chair of youth, I have been work executive of SCOM-CHAT secondary school. So all these things, you should learn about leadership. Alright? So if you wanna join into business, if you're a Christian, you have an advantage because you know how to work with people. It's very important. So I would say the first thing is about that kind of a leadership. The other thing, integrity and honesty, helps you when you are a Christian. The other thing, the networking issue. All right? There are some people, they are struggling a lot while they are in church, not because they cannot get their answers there in church, but it's because they hate associating with other people, even in the teams that they see. So they are afraid to be like, yeah, nika join a counseling team, nika join a media team, nika join a press team, this and that. But at the end of the day, you don't know that God is allocating you to such a team for you to be able to achieve something that you can achieve. Yeah.
Now on the business thing, what are the practical steps that you took that has grown Dazzle and has grown the businesses that you own, the practical things that you have done?
There are a lot. The first thing is an issue to do with the working with other people. Yeah, like collaborating with other people. In a business, I agree to the point that how easy is because at the beginning I said no, I cannot do this all alone. All right, I cannot do this all alone. So I said, let me call my friends, humble myself, swallow my pride, and then work with other people. Right? So I have been working with different people for the sake of the dream that I have. So it helped me a lot. The other practical thing that I also did is that I'm good at making friendships. Right? I don't feel shame starting a new conversation with a new person. For me, that's what I enjoy. Why? It's because it's something that I learned, that these things, it helps even in terms of you creating my opportunities. So you cannot give me a business about motivangire poster or do graphic designing services for us if you don't know me. And the only me for you to know me is when I'm talking to you. So if I'm against me creating friendship, new friends with you, I'm being like, you call what? An introvert.
Yes.
I'm being more of an introvert. At the end of the day, I will not have more opportunities. Yeah. Right? And then the other thing is an issue to do with working hard.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you need to work hard. That's one of the practical things that I have been doing.
Look at the camera and tell
Exactly.
them.
So you need to work hard. You need to work hard. Right? But remember, don't just work hard. Yeah? You need to work hard whether you know that the things that you are working hard, there is God in it. Right? First is so for me, I'll give you a practical example. I was staying somewhere in Mount Pleasant. Customer can leave the phone. That he get Windows in campus. I'll come from there and the end of us, I'll come and drive transport. Right? Ndibwera kuno ndikoza koza ma computer ndibwerera ndifika kuja wina sound imbira haza laptop tita ndienda so abasi kumene come here. Yeah, people, I mean, now this year they can even witness about that kind of a thing. And there was a moment made mabida mpaka na kuchilimba kukakoza ma computer. Mundu andimbira phone abambo anga computer yawo yaonongeka, chimene anga computer yawo yaonongeka, utabwera ndinyamunga ife tipita kumene ndeti kakoza computer off we come.
Yeah.
So that's part of hard working. That's part of hard working. So those are some of the practical things that I have done to make sure that the business is also operating. The other thing, as a business person who is also a Christian, guys, your business, whatever thing that you are doing, please pray for it.
Yeah.
You need to pray for it. For me, there are moments whereby we might be having my business speech or even my presentation of my business. For us, just to win mina business deal, we fast. We go for fasting. You can even ask everyone who is in my team. You ask the guys that are doing marketing. They will tell you to say, we have been fasting for our business. Well, we normally do that because we know that we are first Christians before we are business people. So you need to pray for your business. And it's very, very important because life is spiritual, guys.
Yes.
Whatever thing that you do is spiritual. So you need to pray for it. When we say praying for it, it doesn't mean when you are fasting for your business, you go tell people to say, now I'm fasting for my business. No, that's you.
Yeah.
That's your business. You are doing it for you. You are not doing it for someone else.
Yeah.
So even if they know whether you fast or you do this and that, it doesn't matter to them because this thing is about you and God, so that this thing should work. So those are practical things that I've done.
Wow, they're really practical. And if you're saying that you fast with your team, that means your team is most of your team members are Christians.
Yeah. Most of them.
All of them or most of
Christians.
them?
Most of them.
Yeah.
Because we have another guy who's not a Christian.
Okay, but what is the importance of having people that are Christians?
That are Christians
Yes.
in business. This and that.
Yes.
So in business, business is fun.
Yeah.
Right? Business is fun. There are people some are Christians, some they are not Christians, and you find it is so unfortunate. The people that are Christians sometimes they are not performing better.
Yes.
And that's why we are coming to a position whereby we are saying you need to make sure that you are working hard.
Yeah.
Right? So you find yourself, there is a Christian here, there is someone who doesn't even know about God. He's not a Muslim, but he's just a guy.
Yeah.
I have heard those kinds of people. Or they don't believe in God. Literally, they don't believe in God.
Yeah.
Right? But there are the people nowadays, they work hard. So with Christians, having Christians only in business, if those Christians could have been working hard. But then the funny thing, there are some people that are not really working hard despite that they are Christians.
Yeah.
You know that kind of a feeling, they even think that the only role model for them is Jesus Christ. You understand that, eh? So they could see, let's say for example, Mr. Isaiah Anderson is someone who is doing better in photography. But them, they wouldn't go and humble themselves to go to Isaiah to say, Mr. Isaiah, please teach me how to do photography. For them, they just go there and pray and fast, right? So those kinds of issues, somehow even more business, other people, they might prefer having someone who is not a Christian other than having the Christian, because we are not working hard. But my encouragement is, for as long as we are a Christian, we work hard for Christ. And whatever thing that we are doing, we make sure that when people see us, they should see Christ in us, right? Tikapita kunange kuti tukapanga business inake aziziwa kuti ndikasiya chinthu apa chinthu chisi chibebe, because there is this guy who is working with us, everything go accordingly. Why this kind of a person is a Christian? So I will answer it in that way, not to offend someone who is not a Christian and also who is a Christian.
Well put. Yeah. As we're going to an end, what would be the advice? What is the advice that you would give somebody who is a student and is into entrepreneurship? So this one is thinking of starting, the other one who has started, and the other one who has been in there. So what advice can you give that person who is a student but heavy on being a student?
Okay.
Yes.
So if you are a student, you start at a point whereby you want to start. As I have already said, to say you don't start a business simply because you have an idea, right? We start business with God through a prayer, right? Because if you just start something that is just popping up in your mind, that is not a vision that God ordained you to do. At the end of the day, udroba and usiyazi message. So the first thing, if you want to start, please make sure you pray for your things that you want to start. God should give you a clue on how best you can start. That's how I started. The other thing, you need to learn from people that are already doing business, right? A lot of people nowadays, they just think like simply because the ambobanga business and ambondiziwas, ambondichekela, I have maybe 20,000 in my account. They feel like they don't need more knowledge from other people. You understand it? You know, even if people know me good in my business, I have people I call. Hello sir, I have people, they boutique me. Mabwana amanipanga boutique and uzandi digisa for almost muna 3 hours I'm still waiting. Pandi mbira mazuru amwene apepana amwene basi let's do it tomorrow. I'm like, it's me who is going to benefit from this. I don't need to be like chan bas off I go. So as someone who is just studying, you need to be patient enough to make sure that you learn from the best people, because these people that are at least trying their life to be also better, they are also occupied. They are not busy. For me, I learn away from being busy. I don't tell people to say I'm always busy. It's about scheduling, right? So learn from people that are already in the what? In the business. Kumabanga attended my seminar teacher, zimathandiza zimenezozo. Kumuimbira phone wina age oti muna how you had a conversation about business. You learn from those kinds of people. At the end of the day, that's how you grow. So that's for someone who is just about to start. Kwamini Wayambagale, the other one Wayambagale.
Yeah, Kwamini Wayambagale.
Kwamini Wayambagale. The first thing, don't think that you are smart simply because you have studied. No. Odds you can still fail in business even if you are still in the what? In the business. So you need to make sure you have the speed of learning each and every day. So go kumaga puzira makoso siana ka online, or you have people that you are admiring, and please have a role model, right? Have a role model. And maybe one thing that I can say about a role model is not someone who is, for Christians, it's not someone who is just a Christian only. You are lucky that maybe today you are listening to someone who is also a Christian. But then God can also connect you to some people that are not Christians, right? Or they are Christians, but then they are not into that kind of the fire that you feel like someone who is a Christian is supposed to have. Right? You know, other people, they feel like, yeah, if this one is my mentor or is my role model, I need to make sure if we go there in a room, if he's praying in tongues, me, if I'm praying in tongues, him also must be praying in tongues, this and that. You understand? So at the end of the day, we tend to despise people whom God have given us to be fair to them. So have my role model and also learn from them. How many you are already in the field, please try to collaborate with other people. Outside there and on top, there is no competition. So if you go do my business, you go outside. Outside, we are not competing with anyone, because life is about you. The dream is about you. It was you who is dreaming. We don't know about what is it that you dreamed. If we don't care, if we are concentrating on our dream. So there is no that competition of no. So you need to learn collaborating with other people, network with those kinds of people. At the end of the day, you'll be able to go. And how many are my business outside than how many you are networking with them currently? Because those people, I have had in my issues on. There are some people currently, our managing directors of the same. We were in the same class. Yeah. Me, I'm doing business. They are the ones that recommend. I'm going to business. You can come. You see, so if you hate people while you are still in business, I'm telling you, you never make it in business. Why? You don't exist in business because you have money. You don't exist in business because you are just a Christian. You exist in business because there are customers in there. So you don't need to hate anyone. Make sure you collaborate with other people, and then you can be able to be successful in business.
And the church said, amen. Okay, so we have talked, you have shared your insights. I think the last two things that I can ask is there a moment that you were like, if it wasn't that I'm a Christian, this business was gone? Share us about that.
Exactly. Wow. Recently, I have a lot of phases.
Yes.
But recently, I would say, because I'm a Christian, I would say it was the best moment ever, and I enjoyed the game.
Yes.
My business was completely down. We were doing business properly, transacting this and that, but then we found a certain person who we were working with so that we should scale up our business. We wanted to expand into production department. But then, unfortunately, this guy, and I didn't get under armor, it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money worth millions. So I reached at a point whereby my account was empty, no money, even abandoned. And that time, nothing, almost 9 months while I was down in business. So I was just in a room. I was staying around. I was just in a room. Phone yaonongeka. I'm not talking to anyone, and I'm that kind of a person whom people call Dazzle. And even if I call someone to say I'm in a panopsis dipon, it means 1,000. They will be like Tungo chase and will end up Kumango chase.
Yeah.
You understand? So if it wasn't of I being a Christian, I'm telling you, someone could have committed suicide. You know, reaching at a point whereby you lose money that you can manage to buy a car, you can manage to buy whatever thing that you feel like you can manage to buy. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. So it was my hardest moment ever that I have encountered in my life. And I feel, and I say, it was all because of God. Because even me, myself, I don't even know how I get out of it. What I know is we have been with God, and God is the one who has made us to pass through that kind of a season. If it was someone, I'm telling you, but one day I'll be able to share that kind of a story in detail so that people should clearly know that what is it specifically that was happening and how I felt and what are the decisions that came up to my mind as a human being, not as a Christian, that could have made someone maybe to mwina kupanga zina zake zote zosakarabo. But then it has been good, and here we are.
Wow. Wow, we thank the Lord for that. Okay, lastly, I would love you to sell yourself. You have said that you do a lot. Tell us what you do, sell yourself, sell us your services. I am the co-founder that we're buying things from Dubai. I saw you somewhere talking about that. So sell yourselves to the people.
The first thing, I should sell myself about public speaking. Yeah, I'm a public speaker by profession. I have experience in business over half a decade. Yeah, so I think before I finish about public speaking, I should speak something that I feel like I'm supposed to speak to you people. This kind of a thing is an issue to do with you becoming the best of yourself that you think you are supposed to be. There is a verse, Romans chapter 12, verse 2. It talks about do not be conformed with the burden of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, right? Meaning to say, for someone to be different than these kinds of the people that you see around, it's only if their mind have been transformed, have been changed. Odds if you want to be changed in mind, you need to choose the places that you are supposed to be available, the people that you are supposed to hang around with, the things that you are supposed to listen, the videos that you are supposed to watch, right? And the things that you are supposed to be interested in. And I'll urge you to say, please guys, if you are not a Christian, please make sure you become a Christian. And again, if you are not yet in any of the team at the church, you need to make sure you join one of the teams, because those kinds of groups, you should become different people. That's where we are coming, right? So you need to make sure you do that, because you cannot change unless if you decide to make sure that your mind has been shifted by associating with these kinds of people. Back to business.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm a computer repair. I'm an IT technician. So I do computer repairing, right? We do network installation also, and I'm also a web developer, right? But I'm also a CEO and founder of Dazzle Technologies. So Dazzle Technologies is a tech solution and advertising company. So if you are there and then you are thinking of maybe starting a business, but you don't know how best you can go about it, you can contact us so that we can help you from business consultation, company branding, so that people should be able to uniquely identify you specifically as a business, and how also some business operations are done in business. All right. The other thing, we also offer systems development. We also do website development, and we also train people in IT services like computer repairing, website development, and we also do graphic designing. The other thing, I'm also a managing director at Dreamweave. Dreamweave is a marketplace whereby people can go and sell their products there. Right? So if you are someone who is in Malawi, you are looking for a laptop, or you are looking for a phone, or you are looking for any kind of a gadget, or anything to do with the cosmetics, anything that you want to buy, either from Dubai or you want to buy locally here in Malawi, we have that kind of a platform, Dreamweave, where you can go and buy online. And for Dreamweave currently from Dubai, it only take it starts with 10 days according to the goods that you are ordering currently, but it's a trustable source whereby you can be able to also buy your products. I'm also a graphic designer by profession. If you are looking for graphic designing services, I'm here for you. And for a lot, you can go and visit my Facebook page, Nzeruzayekha, the speaker, so that you can learn more from me. I also offer free lessons about how to do business, and we can catch up there. Sure.
Thank you so much. That was all we had from Mr. Nzeruzayekha. Make sure you go on his page, like, follow. If you need any, if you can be helped by him, please go to him. And yeah, thank you. I hope you have learned a lot and you have been equipped, because personally I have been helped, and as a Christian I have been double helped. Remember to subscribe, remember to share and like our pages, and like our YouTube channel. Like it. Remember to like it, don't forget to like it. Anyway, that's all we had for you today. SCOM, Jesus loves you. Peace.